Hi, and welcome back to the channel. We are continuing Dark. This is Season 2, Episode 3, entitled Gespenster, or Ghosts in English. And last episode, I totally forgot to say the German title of the episode. I only said it in English, so sorry about that. I totally broke with what we normally do. So, yeah. And we, before we get into this episode, we just watched a very big mindfuck of an episode of Watchmen, and we are kind of like, our brains are mush at this point, both of us. So it's when we know that's probably not the best time to jump straight into an episode of Dark, because this show this show is not known for like being easy to follow either, or not like or telling us everything that's going on. But hopefully we'll still be able to just talk about it a little bit afterwards, even though it might be hard to wrap our heads around even more mystery and intrigue and stuff we don't know, and questions, and a million more questions and no answers. So, yeah, but interesting so far with this is what's going on in the future for me, very much with this God particle, dark matter thing that Jonas and now what's her name, the girl that helped him. Did we get a name? I'm not quite sure. She helped him, and they now they made the ball. They made the thing into solid form and a ball kind of thing, and then Jonas went into it, and it went back to its whirling around state. So where did he go? What's gonna happen there? That's interesting. So I'm looking forward to that at least. Anything you want to get into?
He stabilized it. It was not a solid form.
Oh yeah, he stabilized
that was the thing, because that was what they said last time, that it was this weird mishmash of both liquid and solid and vapor, and maybe even plasma. So
all
phases.
Yeah, I didn't mean it as it was like 100% solid, but just it didn't whirl around, and it was more stable. So yeah, stable. That's the word. Yes. But he went into it at least, and the fuck, where's he going? Yeah. Anything else that?
No, my brain is on fire. So
let's just do it. All right.
Ich habe gesehen, wie du aufwächst. Wie du zum Mann wirst.
Yasin. No, not Yasin. See, I did it again. Helge. Wow. Nice, Sonny.
Die Zeit ist immer mit dir. Egal wohin du gehst. Tick. Tack.
Tick. Tack.
Okay. So that their collaboration, or whatever you say, Noah's recruitment of Helge, that started pretty early on. But he did kind of get displaced in time, didn't he? Because he touched, like, he was in the bunker, and then the portal thing opened up with Jonas on one side and Helge on the other side as a kid. Right? Sorry, I forgot. Your brain's on fire. Sorry, hon. Okay.
Ja.
Claudia, bist du nicht schon los? Ich habe das Milchgeld vergessen.
Mom, what were you doing? So they're enjoying each other, and that's probably not going to last. He did send him back in time, I think.
No, that was his time.
In the cave, or not in the cave, in that room. I don't think we don't know when that is yet. Whenever they're in that room.
7 Monate später und wir haben immer noch keine Ahnung, wer dieses Monster überhaupt ist. Wieso weigert er sich, seine Identität preiszugeben?
Ja, why?
Ich dachte, so welche wie du werden gar nicht mehr gebacken.
What?
Mensch, Egon.
Oh, because he's faithful.
Oh!
Muss mal ordentlich Dampf ablassen.
Ja.
Die Ehe ist nicht so, wie es uns verkauft wird.
Ach, man hat ihn gefunden.
Wen gefunden?
Den Dopplerjungen. Helge Doppler.
Ich finde meine manchmal eigenartig. Sie tut immer so, als würde ich nichts verstehen. Wenn ich Kinder habe, dann will ich anders sein.
He grew up a little bit, didn't he?
Zeigst du es mir jetzt?
What are you kids doing?
Regina, warte.
Ich liebe dich.
Mir gefällt, wie du dein Haar jetzt trägst.
Oh yeah, Helge gave her that. That's true. My only aim is to take many lives. He figured it out, yay! That only took him a while.
Ich würde Helge gerne ein paar Fragen stellen.
Er hat noch kein einziges Wort gesprochen.
Her face is just...
Strong.
Yeah. Those eyes are just like piercing through anybody who's...
She's scary.
Yeah, she's real scary. Kind of like Nurse Ratched from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is scary in the way she's just like dead in her face.
Jetzt sag doch endlich was!
It's not gonna help.
Die Zeit ist immer mit dir, egal wohin du gehst. Es ist ein Kampf zwischen Gut und Böse, zwischen Licht und Schatten, dass die Reisenden alles ungeschehen machen können.
Wer ist Noah?
Du darfst ihm nicht vertrauen. Niemals, hörst du?
Oh, he looks so evil.
Yeah. Where the hell is she going? No? No. Oh!
Man kann sich seine Familie nicht aussuchen. Sich vom Blut freimachen heißt sich freimachen. Das hast du selbst gesagt.
Das musst du mir geben. Nicht jetzt. Das hat noch Zeit.
Heute?
What?
Ich wollte dir danken. Für alles.
Is something going to happen to Claudia?
Ich möchte wissen, was das alles bedeutet. Sie haben gesagt, ich werde sterben. Woher wissen Sie, dass ich Krebs habe? Warum haben Sie uns nie gesagt, wie Sie heißen? Wer Sie sind?
Ulrich Nielsen. Und ich komme aus der Zukunft.
Haben Sie schon mal vom Bootstrap-Paradox gehört?
Nein.
Dieses Buch ist in der Zeit zurückgereist.
Es hat
Mich gefunden, bevor ich es überhaupt geschrieben habe. Das ist alles eine Frage des Ursprungs, der Anfang. Wann ist der Anfang? Gibt es überhaupt einen Anfang?
Der Dopplerjunge ist wieder zu Hause.
Ich möchte wissen, wo Helge gewesen ist.
Sind die Medikamente? Hat er inzwischen seinen Namen gesagt?
Nicht, dass ich wüsste.
Also Ulrich Nielsen.
Hat es bis selbst jemand erklärt? Ein anderer Zeitreisender, Sie hat gewusst, dass Sie hier erscheinen werden, damit ich Ihnen und damit ihr den Apparat erklären kann.
Er war nie das hellste Kind, aber jetzt könnte man fast glauben, er wäre stumpfsinnig.
Damn, you're horrible.
Er macht mir Angst.
Helge, komm runter, hier ist jemand, der dich sprechen möchte.
So much warmth in her voice and... Okay.
Du bist mein Schutz, mein Schild. Ich hoffe auf dein Wort.
Ich würde gern mit dem Jungen reden.
Michael schläft gerade.
Vielleicht kann ich morgen mit ihm reden. Und,
At least he's on the right track now. Finally.
hättest du vielleicht ein Foto von dem Jungen? Nur für die Akten.
He's gonna show it to Ulrich.
Was willst du hier?
Ich weiß, wo die letzten Seiten sind. Und ich weiß, wie lange Adam danach gesucht hat. Claudia hat sie bei sich. Du kannst deine eigene Schwester nicht so hassen, wie du sie hast.
She's playing him, right? Like this was Claudia's plan. Which means she's sacrificing herself. Claudia?
Yeah, she must be.
Ein braunes und ein blaues Auge. Wie meine Tochter.
Du bist ein so guter Mensch. Aber das warst du schon immer. Die Welt hat dich nicht verdient. Du hast nichts davon verdient. Aber manchmal trifft es die Guten am härtesten.
Sagen Sie alle Termine ab.
Da ist noch was, Ihr Vater. Er ist hier.
Nächste Woche zum Beispiel.
Ich habe Krebs. Ich wollte nur, dass du Bescheid weißt. Ich gehe dann mal wieder. Du hast sicher noch eine Menge zu tun hier.
Papa.
Du bist ein so guter Mensch, Papa. Die Welt hat dich nicht verdient.
Eltern, Kinder, sie alle laufen nur einen Teil ihres Lebens einen gemeinsamen Weg. Am Ende sind sie meilenweit voneinander entfernt. Kennen Sie diesen Jungen?
Wo ist er? Du hast es gewusst, dass er hier ist. Wo ist er? Wo ist er? Wo ist er?
Und dann werden wir uns wiedersehen.
Bevor Sie sterben.
Nein, danach.
Wie soll es möglich sein?
You know you tried, oh, you know you tried. It's the worst case scenario lullaby. Light on.
Du dachtest, du kannst dir vertrauen. Du hast mir alles genommen. Du wirst sterben.
Ich bin keiner deiner Bauern mehr.
Aber Adams bist du noch.
The last pages, I'm guessing.
Charlotte, das ist nicht... Nein, das stimmt aber nicht. Das ist nicht wahr.
What? What the hell's got him spooked?
Wir können unseren Familien noch so fremd sein, ihr Handeln nicht verstehen. Am Ende würden wir doch alles für sie tun. Ein roter Faden, der all unsere Leben miteinander verbindet. Hatte sie die Seiten dabei. Am Ende bekommen wir alle, was wir verdient haben.
Whoa. If Watchmen like started scrambling my brain, then this just yeah. Oh, the fuck is going on? Wow, okay, something spooked Noah. What the hell? We haven't seen like him rattled by anything really. But whatever he saw in those pages, that really got him spooked, and he lied to Adam.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Yeah, it was something about Charlotte. So
yes, and I can't begin. I can't my head is not.
Yeah.
I can't figure out what that means right now, but it definitely means something.
He's related to Charlotte in some way, and I could maybe see him as Charlotte's father, maybe? Maybe not.
Maybe, yeah. I'm having a hard time just connecting all the
dots
right now.
But I just felt like Adam's voice. It sounded a lot like Egon Tiedemann.
It sounded like Egon.
Or maybe it's just because I cannot distinguish between old men's voices.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know who that. We don't know who that guy is yet. But just I'm getting the sense more and more that all of these families, all of these characters are connected, intertwined, related, even. Just back and forth through time, in a way, and just introducing but mentioning it in this episode, the idea of taking something from the future and placing it in the past, and that kind of creates this cyclus kind of deal, endless cyclus.
The Bootstrap paradox.
The Bootstrap paradox, yeah. That's what it was called.
And that's also the thing that has always been bothering me with time travel in general, because we never really see the beginning, before all the time traveling starts. I think at least I don't think I have seen.
No, not yet. At least we don't know.
Well, not in particular in regards to Dark, but in regards to all other time travel
stories.
Movies, yeah.
Okay, so the first time travel story ever, when that is that what you're talking about?
No. Just in general, when I've seen time travel movies or whatever.
Yeah.
I've always been wondering about this, but they didn't show us the beginning.
I don't know what you mean about the beginning for time travel movies in general.
What the Bootstrap paradox is all about.
Yes.
It's that you kind of have to live through it and go to a point where you have to go back in time. But since you're going back in time, you're creating this loop.
Mm-hmm.
And the first timeline will be erased.
Okay. So the first timeline is what you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the thing is that it's always been bothering me, this Bootstrap, and now I finally got a name to it.
Yeah.
So this Bootstrap paradox has always been racking my brain completely. Especially in the movie Predestination.
Mm-hmm.
And huge spoiler alert. Just if you haven't seen it and you want to see it, stop now. Go forth.
Go forward. Or...
Go forward. Whatever. But
jump forward a couple of minutes in this video is what,
So, the baby, it's just there. And we later learn that this baby is the product of this woman growing up, turning into a man that then came back and impregnated herself to get this baby. And the baby is like, it's just there. It's like this object. And because we're taken out, like, because this loop is created, the origins of this baby is suddenly not valid any longer. And
yeah, because the origins of this baby becomes like it's created because of the loop. But why did the loop start? What started the loop?
And and that's what always,
What's starting the loop is what you want to know. Like, what's the when is the first?
And that's the thing about most time travel movies I've ever seen. I think because, for example, also like 12 Monkeys, he wouldn't have gone down the path he did if he didn't see himself as a, once again, spoiler alert. If he wouldn't have seen himself die in that airport, then he wouldn't have gone down that path. And then if this loop is created once again, but you don't see like the origin. And it just completely, once again, it just racks my mind. It cannot wrap my head around it.
Time travel is always a mind fuck, and I think like one of the reasons why we can't really get a clear starting point and make 100% sense of it is because it's kind of impossible to make 100% sense of it because it doesn't really make sense. Like,
no, it doesn't.
There's a reason why we can't time travel. Time travel is not a thing in the real world, but it's an interesting concept at least. And I like when they try to make it believable or try to like give us the illusion that we might be able to one day do something like this and it's feasible and we can understand it. But it's like when you come down to it, if you try to analyze any kind of time travel story, movie, book, but whatever it is, even like Avengers Endgame using a lot of time travel, if you start like to analyze it and try to figure out, so how does it work and this affects what and this person goes back in time and then how does that fit into, there's always going to be plot holes, and because it's time travel and it's, sorry, those quotation marks went wide. Sorry.
Once again, you just said
it. But yeah, it's just, in general, time travel is confusing as all hell.
Yeah.
And speaking of being confused, Egon. This was a really good episode,
it was
like
actually,
Egon-wise. He's becoming one of my favorite characters, actually. Yeah. I really like him, and I'm glad that they acknowledged, or at least Claudia acknowledged, both as an old person and as a kid, like, you're too pure for this world. This world doesn't deserve you. And I've had that sense, for a long while now, that he's just a really good person who's just been thrown into this and he can't make sense of it and no one's helping him. And he doesn't deserve this. And just that scene with him walking in and being like, I have cancer and I didn't want to bother you. And I just thought you should know, it has spread. I'm going to die soon. I'm sorry to bother you, daughter. And then, fuck, that's heartbreaking, man. Oh.
So I think it was some sort of like both Egon's but also like Claudia's episode, this one, because we also got, like, with Claudia, we got her we knew that apparently she took everything away from Noah.
And Noah really hates her or hated her.
For some reason we will probably get to know at some point. But it's I just thought it was very interesting with Claudia because she lost both her father and her daughter in the same episode. And with a very short actually with a very short distance, like a very short, in a very short amount of time.
Yeah, for her at
For her,
least.
yeah.
Yeah. She learned the thing about, oh, my dad has cancer, and then she traveled forward in time just to learn that, oh, my daughter has cancer, or is gonna get cancer, or.
No, she had cancer.
Oh yeah. But in her mind, it's like my little girl is gonna grow up to get. Yeah, it's once again time travel.
It's time travel.
it's time travel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so that's just tragic. A lot of tragic stuff, and it's just tragic for all people, all families involved in this series. And Ulrich just like future, like in the 80s, learning that Mikkel actually did survive and came back in time, and he just recently got there, and so that kind of jump started his whole panic attack or panic about where's my son thing again.
And I was just thinking when he wanted the picture, and we both knew like, yeah, okay, he's going to show him the picture, and I was like, but what would he gain from it? Because I was a little bit like, no, what? Why would you do this?
Why would Egon show it to him?
Yeah, of course it was just to be a good person and say, hey, he's still alive. But it's just it's, as you said, it sparked like a panic attack and just almost straight out murdered the guy. So
yeah, maybe he wasn't expecting that reaction, because I do like, of course he had good intentions, and he wanted to get the confirmation that this was like how this all fits together, and this kid is actually the son of this other guy that you've had in prison and slash a mental hospital for a long while. That it's connected, and it's like Egon is starting to connect the dots now, which is nice to see. But it showing that picture, as you said, that kind of backfired, because. Well, yeah, he almost strangled him. Ulrich almost strangled Egon.
Yeah.
And we also got to spend some more time with Noah and something, and then of course Egon's family, or his wife, and what's her name? Egon's wife's mistress, you would call it.
Agnes.
Agnes, yes, exactly. And
how would you say that in German?
Agnes?
Agnes?
Agnes? Yeah. Not quite sure, but at least, so she's Noah's brother. Broa. Wow. Mush. My head. So she's Noah's sister. Apparently. Maybe. Or that's what they told us in this episode, at least. But who's her kid? Like, who's that? Her boy?
Is it her boy?
Is it? Yeah. And he had all those marks on his arm. We've seen that before. The burn marks. Those are from like, it looks like cigar marks, and we haven't really had that explained yet. And oh yeah, something else very weird happened in this episode with that kid and Claudia as well in the forest.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that all about?
Did he have something weird down? Did he have like a god particle or something down there? Or?
Yeah, what's the weird growth on his privates? Like, is that what he's showing her? Because like, just she's curious. He's told her about it or something, or is it actually sexual? Because that just seems like they're too young for that. But
yeah,
that might just be us wanting them to be innocent because they're kids.
No, I just don't think. I just think it's a very weird coincidence. Like they're not that young. It's not like if I see yours, you see mine, or yeah, it's more like
kind of deal. Yeah, and yeah, I don't know. That was a weird situation. So there's definitely more to get into there as well. And yeah, then yeah, just the majority of the episode spent with Egon, Claudia, and Noah, Helge. Yeah, no Jonas in this one. So what I mentioned at the beginning, that the thing that I was curious about seeing, like where Jonas went when he went into that that thing.
No answers. Nope.
No answers, of course. So maybe next one I'll get an answer to that.
Yeah.
So yeah, my brain is on fire. Do you have anything else to add?
I had a lot of small things, but I don't think it's
Yeah, okay. We might get into some more things in the next one, in the next reaction, when we're at 100% again mentally.
Oh yeah, that was actually one thing.
Okay, yeah.
So when Noah and Claudia was meeting up where he was going to shoot her.
Oh yeah.
She talked about something about whether Noah was actually acting out of his own free will, or whether he was actually
just a pawn.
A pawn, yeah. And you could clearly see that's also what rattled him when he got the pages, because then, he's probably being aware that he might be played, or he might be he might not have free will.
Yeah, he's being manipulated. I mean, like that. He maybe thought that he was in control, and he's been like, he hasn't been a pawn, and that's maybe why he, because it almost seemed like Claudia had been using him as a pawn at one point, or that's at least how he felt. And then maybe he tried to get away from that and not being used as a pawn anymore, and he thought he was in control and Adam was helping him and all that. But these pages might have just confirmed that, yes, you're still being manipulated, you don't know anything about what's going on, and Adam is using you, which is why he's not giving Adam the pages. Even though it seems like that's one of the only things so far that we know this character, Adam, that's what he really wants, are these last pages for some reason. And last pages of what?
Claudia's diary.
Is it Claudia's diary?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Anywho, I think
lots of questions.
Yeah, many questions. Maybe a few answers here or there, but damn, it's a good season so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's gonna do it for this reaction to Dark Season 2, Episode 3, Gespenster. As always, you can watch the full-length reaction on Patreon. Please check it out if you get the time to do that. And I guess there's nothing else to say, but thank you guys so much for watching, as always, and we will see you very soon. Bye!
Bye!